Hello and welcome to Meet the Fleet, a series of videos introducing you to the locomotives that run on the Bruceton Railway. In the early 1970s, British Rail anticipated a significant increase in mineral traffic, which necessitated the expansion of its locomotive fleet. The recently rationalised fleet needed to be more robust to meet the projected demand, particularly in transporting heavy minerals like coal. BR required high horsepower locomotives to handle the expected load, and Bush Traction's Class 56, derived from the 4000 HP prototype locomotive Kestrel, initially addressed this need with over 100 units built. However, by the late 1970s, BR sought to develop its design, leading to the conception of the Class 58 locomotive. Work on the first locomotive began in 1979, with the intention of producing a model that was not only suited for the UK, but also geared towards potential export markets. Class 58 was a significant departure from the traditional British locomotive design, focusing on cost effectiveness in both construction and maintenance. This was achieved through a modular construction approach, allowing for the easy interchange of parts, which was crucial for minimising downtime and maintenance cost. One of the most distinctive features about the Class 58 was its non-load bearing body sides, a radical departure from the previous designs. Instead, a robust girder construction chassis supported the locomotive's weight. This design choice and the locomotive's thinner body, compared to the cabs, led to its nicknames Bones and Egg Timers. Additionally, unlike previous BR locomotives, the Class 58 did not include any interior walkway between cabs within the engine room, further contributing to its unique appearance and design. The first Class 58 was delivered in 1983, and the final locomotive was accepted into traffic in March 1987. The initial deliveries were subject to extensive testing, particularly 58001, which spent much of 1984 undergoing various trials. These tests revealed a crucial vulnerability in the Class 58's design, a tendency for the locomotive to slip, especially under challenging conditions. Despite this, the Class 58 quickly settled into its primary role, hauling merry-go-round coal trains, which would dominate its service life. However, the coal-focused work was temporarily disrupted in 1984 due to the miners' strike, dramatically reducing coal traffic. During this period, the Class 58 locomotives were deployed on other journeys, including the Fletton Fly Ash service. This particular service became a favourite among railway photographers, especially when the locomotives were double-heading during the Christmas, as a precaution against potential failures, while the Toton depot staff were on holiday. Although designed primarily for freight, the Class 58s occasionally found themselves in passenger service, beginning with a rail tour on the 18th September 1983. Before this, the locomotives had been involved in high-speed tests on the western and eastern regions. They also saw use on drags, hauling other trains, between Nuneaton and Birmingham, when they were often stabled at Saltley. Today, while the Class 58s no longer operate on the UK's main line, they are remembered for their distinctive design and role in British Rail's transition into the modern era of freight transportation. Some preserved examples and exported units remind us of BR's innovative approach to developing a locomotive for domestic and international markets. A few locomotives were preserved in 2010 and 2016 when DB Cargo tendered several locomotives stored at Toton and Crewe. These have entered preservation with several owners, including the Class 58 locomotive group. Currently, 58023 is active and undergoing final preparation and testing before its imminent return to traffic in preservation. 581016 to 048 are undergoing restoration at the UKRL, Leicester and the Battlefield Railway, Shackerston, respectively, and hopefully they will join 023 in preservation within the coming years. 58007 was delivered to Bruceton during the Christmas of 2023 and has had to have an overhaul on the traction motors before being put into regular service. We hope you've enjoyed meeting the Class 58, and remember he can be seen upon request at any time. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon for another episode of Meet the Fleet.